The day room in Pleasant Valley, a newer prison. Totally different. Day room in Saleh is longer. You got duck offs under the staircase. You got the shower that kind of sits in where if the police is in the office, they can't see nothing. So, it has to be an old prison. So I don't know how their day room is. I ain't been there, but they say Tory took off running when he slid out to sort of had the hoodie part and was using that to kind of keep Tory where he was at, hit him.
See, that's how I got hit in the lungs whenever he was running away.
Yeah, then Tory kind of like pulled away and slid out the hoodie. So now dude got the hoodie in his hand, Tory then slid out and it took off running. They say dude was on him hitting him from the sides and the back and all that. So police finally responded and that's what that was. What's that song?
It was a hit. And now, bodyguards come forward saying that it was never Tory. Like I said, how did he pull that off? He was high out of his mind. He wasn't even sober enough to hit the one in the middle. And he's as big as lying ass Megan. So that you can do Airbnbs and be a Harajuku Barbie in real life and be a fake anime character and make ramen with weirdos. That you did all of that. You put that man's life on the line for that.
Y'all heard Megan Thee Stallion music. Everybody know, listen, Megan Thee Stallion. Everybody knows you whoop big old hoe and you drag little bitty like that. You get on top of them and you know how to squat and push that up with them big old thighs and them knees bent with a little bitty up under you, bouncing that big old ass up on him with that good pushing it up on him. Ain't no like you crying no year later about no like that.
It's your boy Stingy, and we got a video that we finna get into, man. Now this is by Pink Book Lessons. It says the lies of Meg Thee Stallion destroyed Tory Lanez and almost ended his life, and the truth is exposed. So let's get into that, man. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let's go.
Ain't nothing. All of these rap hoes ain't nothing but setup queens.
Jaguar Wright reacting to the latest drama involving Tory Lanez. Tory was attacked in prison this week. 14 wounds from a sharp object, 7 to the back, 4 to the torso, 2 to the back of the head, and 1 to the left side of his face. Both lungs collapsed as a result of this attack by another inmate, and the timing, very suspicious. This went down after Meg Thee Stallion and her team were allegedly alerted to new evidence that could flip the whole case on its head. Evidence suggesting Tory is innocent. Yeah, the narrative that's had him locked up for over 2.5 years was built on shaky ground. And hey, let's call it what it is. It was built on lies. The real trigger puller that night wasn't Tory at all, but Megan's best friend at the time, Kelsey. Conveniently, before this new information could hit the public, Tory gets attacked and nearly lost his life. But no, fortunately for Tory, the story wouldn't end there. There are also reports of money being dropped on the attacker's books after the incident. So now everybody is...
Y'all think that that's true? Y'all think that the attacker got some money put on his books by them, man? I don't know. But I did see a GoFundMe with them. I don't know if they trolling or not, but y'all let me know.
Connecting the dots. The internet is in flames, and Megan Thee Stallion is starting to catch heat. Finally, people are starting to admit that her story wasn't adding up from day one, and she wasn't alone in the takedown of Tory Lanez. She allegedly had serious help from Desiree Perez and Jay-Z's Rock Nation. They're all being accused of helping orchestrate a takedown to silence Tory once and for all. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and
stabbed by another inmate in the prison yard in California. Sources say Tory Lanez was rushed to the hospital. He's expected to be okay. He's serving that 10-year sentence for shooting Megan Thee Stallion as they left an LA party back in July 2020. Priya Sridhar is joining us now. I mean, people know Tory Lanez. What happened here?
Hey, Hallie, that's right. Well, we don't have a lot of information about this just yet, but what we do know from the spokesperson for that California Correctional Institute is that this attack occurred at around 7:20 this morning. They didn't give further information about exactly how Tory Lanez was stabbed or what the potential motivation could be or where he was stabbed, but they did say that staff immediately rendered medical aid. He was transported to a local hospital, and he is suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. However, several other media outlets, including the Los Angeles Times, are reporting that this was another inmate who used a shank to stab him several times. Now, just to jog your memory about what he was exactly doing in jail in the first place, as you mentioned, he is serving a 10-year sentence. He was convicted back in December of 2022 on 3 different felony charges: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. Now, this all stems from an...
Hey, man, they saying Kelsey is the reason why Tory Lanez is in jail, man. Now, right now in this point of the video, what I need you to do is to get in the comment section and tell me if you think it was Kelsey or Tory Lanez that fired that gun that hit Megan Thee Stallion's foot. But I also need y'all to smash that like button. Also need you to subscribe to the channel and turn your notification bells on all, man, so you can stay hip when I post every dime, every day, shorts, anything. But let's get back into this, man, and don't forget to turn them bells on, though.
Incident back in July of 2020 when Megan Thee Stallion actually testified at the trial that he, after they were departing a party at Kylie Jenner's house, they were walking towards an SUV that they should have been riding back together in, when he apparently shot at her feet and told her to dance in the driveway.
Why the f you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop fucking lying.
Again, this is why mainstream media cannot be trusted. She literally lied about the whole story. They weren't walking to the car from Kylie's house when the incident happened. They had already left her house. This incident did not occur on Kylie's property. But the way she just reported that, that's the message that she's giving out. Then she conveniently left out how Megan and her bestie got into a physical altercation that spilled out of the car in the streets, and that's when the gun appeared and went off. But they're going to keep saying Tory shot Megan when his DNA wasn't even on the weapon. They're not telling their audience that. And that female DNA belonged to one of the 2 females in the fight. And we all know who that female is.
As Tory Lanez recovers in a hospital after a prison stabbing attack, his father and supporters gathered today to demand his release.
The former rapper was convicted of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. Fox 7's Christopher Hardo tells us about the claim of new evidence.
Bringing it to light now was made necessary by the events of this week.
Just days after rapper Tory Lanez, also known as Daystar Peterson, was attacked in prison, his attorneys are calling on Governor Newsom to pardon or commute his sentence, insisting they have new evidence Lanez didn't shoot superstar Megan.
So, do y'all think that Tory Lanez will get pardoned? Do y'all think that the bodyguard is really gonna come out and say what he said? Now, they say they got a recording of the incident with Tory Lanez, but I don't know. They saying Wack 100 got it. So, I don't know, man. We're going to see how that play out, but let's get back, man.
Thee Stallion, but it was instead her former best friend, Kelsey Harris. And they say Harris's one-time bodyguard, Bradley James, was spurred by conscience to come forward.
Mr. James informed Unite the People that he was witness to the conversation Miss Harris had, where she stated she had the gun, she fired it 3 times. In essence, Mr. Peterson never shot anybody.
Walter Roberts says the statement aligns with another witness who saw 2 women fighting. Lanez is serving a 10-year sentence after...
So wait, if they saw 2 women fighting, bro, why is he in jail? I'm lost. Can somebody enlighten me? They saying 2 women was fighting. It seemed to me like Kelsey and her was fighting. Maybe Tory was smacking Kelsey on the low. They probably did threesomes before, and he probably doubled back and they was arguing in the car, and Kelsey tripped out because they be drunk. You know, they be drunk. And she probably was trying to shoot, and Tory Lanez probably tried to stop it. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just my take on it. I don't know. You got a different take. That's what that comment section for. You could tell me what you think.
After being convicted of shooting Stallion in the Hollywood Hills back in 2020. The singer testified against Lane and in an op-ed wrote, quote, "Even as a victim, I have been met with skepticism and judgment. We didn't hear back from Stallion's attorney and couldn't reach Harris for comment. Lane's lawyers say they've had the new evidence for months and were waiting on the appeals court to rule, but went public after he was stabbed in prison."
He was stabbed 14 times.
The rapper's father, Sunstar Peterson, says his son is recovering remarkably well, but recounted the story Lanez told him.
And I quote, "Dad, I thought it was my last. And having made my peace with God, I said, okay, God, is this how it's supposed to end for me?" But God said no. God told him, "Do not give up."
The family and legal team insist Lanez was never given a fair trial, raising questions about the prosecution and investigation, but now say Lanez can't wait for the appellate process to play out. In downtown LA, Christy Fajardo, Fox 11 News.
Tory was absolutely railroaded. Anyone with a shred of common sense could see what was happening. The actual evidence and testimony never pointed to Tory Lanez at all. His DNA wasn't even on the weapon. But guess what was? Female DNA. And instead of doing their due diligence, they conveniently...
So y'all don't think Tory Lanez was smacking both of them? Didn't they say her body, her security guard or cameraman was forced to record her and another female having some intercourse in the back seat, and when he tried to join, they tried to say some crazy stuff or something like that? Like, come on, bro. This something gotta happen, bro. Do y'all think Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey should be in jail instead of Tory Lanez? Or y'all think Tory Lanez is exactly where he need to be? Let me know, man, because I'm lost.
Skipped testing Megan's friend to see if that DNA belonged to her. Also, key testimony that could have cleared Tory wasn't taken seriously. Then there's Kelsey, Megan's ex-bestie, who showed up demanding full immunity before saying a word. Full immunity. She knew the truth, but still twisted herself into knots to protect herself, even though she couldn't be prosecuted anyway, thanks to that sweetheart deal from the prosecution. Now fast forward, Kelsey's own bodyguard has come forward and said it plain. It was Kelsey who did this to Megan. According to his testimony, he couldn't stay quiet knowing what he knew while an innocent man is locked up, taking the fall for something he didn't do.
So you mean to tell me Kelsey shot her friend Megan Thee Stallion and not Tory Lanez? It's another reason why we don't have friends. Breaking news has just came out, y'all. Kelsey's bodyguard.
Nah, man, that's enough, man. I don't know. Maybe we'll do some more digging on this situation and we'll try to find some statements from the bodyguard, man. But if y'all want to stay hip, man, click one of these videos on the screen, man, and I'll catch y'all in one of these videos right here. So I'm going to catch y'all in one of them videos. Head over to one of them.